Hey, hi, hello, ho, 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 and welcome back to another video. Oof, that was a little cringy. Today we're going to be making some holiday cookies, and I am pretty intimidated because these cookies look like they're going to be a little intense to make. We are going to be trying to make a bourbon pecan chocolate chip cookie and a raspberry and pistachio rugelach. I'm really hoping that I don't fudge these up and that they come out at least tasting delicious. I don't know how good they're going to look, but feeling slightly confident that I can do this. We're gonna start by preparing the brown butter and the butter pecans for the bourbon pecan chocolate chip cookie. And then I also forgot to get bourbon, so at some point we're gonna have to pause so I can go out and get this, and then we'll continue. So let's get started. Over medium-high heat, you're going to take a tablespoon and a half of unsalted butter and melt that down with a cup and a half of pecans. Perfect. Throw those bad boys onto the stove top. Then we wait. How's your holiday going so far? Good? Is it cold yet? I'm filming this in like the beginning, not even the beginning of December, more so like the second to last day of November, and it is not cold yet. It's still a crisp 80 degrees out. Yet here I am with a sweater and a beret acting like it's at least 60. Not a great start. I walked away for just a minute too long while I was trying to roast these pecans, and they got a little charred. I want to let them cool down for a little bit and see if I can't salvage these. If I can't, then I'm probably gonna have to go out and get more pecans, which sucks because these nuts are not cheap. Oof. Oh no, they're so toasty. Well, since we're already browning stuff, let's move on to browning the butter. All right, so browning the butter in theory should be super easy. You just take 2 sticks of unsalted butter, throw it into the pan, and almost consistently stir it for about 3 minutes until it starts turning brown. Once it has browned, you're going to want to put it away into the refrigerator for about 2 hours or until it's to room temperature, which you'll know from when you push your finger into it. It won't be liquidy, it will have, some solidity. Let's go check on those pecans and make sure they're edible. As you can see, this pecan is a little toasty on one side, and I'm just gonna give him a good bite and see if he's palatable. Okay, that's not awful. I think once it's mixed in with, the sugar and the butter, which I should probably keep an eye on so I don't mess that up either. Once it's mixed together with the brown butter, the vanilla, the bourbon, the sugar, the cinnamon, all that good stuff, I think it will actually be fine. I'm hoping that it even gives it like a slight smoky flavor, like chestnuts roasting on an open fire, is what I'm telling myself. So let's check back on that butter before we burn that too, right? Your brown butter should look a little something like this, and then we're going to put it in the fridge for about 2 hours. In the meantime, I'm gonna go grab some bourbon, and when I come back, we'll get started on our next cookie. And we're back. We got our bourbon. Our butter is still in the fridge chilling, and it should chill for like another hour and a half. So in the meantime, we're gonna move on to preparing the dough for our next cookie, which was the raspberry and pistachio rugelach. First thing we're gonna need is a medium bowl to mix our dry goods. You're going to need 2 1/4 cups of flour and 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Now we're gonna whisk that bish all together. And yes, I don't have a normal whisk, so I'm using the one from my stand mixer. I meant to get one when I got a cooling rack for the cookies, and got distracted by other stuff at Target and completely forgot until now. And I am not feeling like going back out. From there, we're going to beat together our butter and cream cheese for about 3 minutes so that it gets really light and fluffy. You're gonna want your cream cheese and your butter to be at room temperature. Now beat it. Be sure to pause every once in a while so you can scrape down those edges. All right, I think that's looking pretty nice and fluffy. Oh yeah, looking good. Once our cream cheese and butter mixture is nice, light, and fluffy, we're going to set our mixer onto a low speed and gradually add in our flour until it's nice and compounded. until it's all mixed together, you know? We've got our dough all mixed together. We're going to separate it into 2 balls. We're going to separate it into 2, and then we're going to flatten them out into about 12-inch circles, roll them up into some cellophane, and let them chill in the fridge for about an hour. I'm going to start off by working my dough into a ball, kind of folding itself in. That way I can eventually get a nice sort of rounded, smooth ball like that. And from there we're going to smooth this out into a 12-inch circle. I'd say that's about 12 inches. Bam. And then wrap that baby up into some cellophane. Like so. Do that for your second one. Put it in the fridge and let chill for an hour. Now is a good time to get back to the butter pecan chocolate chip cookies, starting with our browned butter, which looks like it is room temperature, nice and solidified, ready to be worked with. In a large bowl, we are going to combine our flour, salt, cinnamon, and baking soda. Okay. Flour. We're going to need 2 1/3 cups of flour, 1 teaspoon of salt, and now the same thing for the cinnamon and the baking soda. And again, just mix it, whisk it all together so it's well blended. Should look a little something like a dirty snow. Set aside for now. In our mixing bowl, we're going to be combining our white granulated sugar and our dark brown sugar, yeah, along with our browned butter in a mixing bowl. What is the difference between dark and light brown sugar? Isn't it just normal sugar mixed with molasses or something like that? So does that just mean the dark sugar has more molasses? Oh, molasses and potatoes. Thumbs up if you know where that's from. We can definitely be friends. And now time for our attempt to get this brown butter into the bowl. Oh, he brown, he is buttery. We love. It's like wax. It's crazy. Oh my gosh. It smells really good. It smells like already baked cookies. Ah! Don't drop the bowl. From there, beat on medium speed until light and fluffy for about 2 minutes. All right, let's do that. Come along. Don't be shy. Let's go for a little walk just around to the other side of the kitchen. So here we have all of our sugar, our butters. Put that baby in. It would help if I had the paddle. Now heat on low for about 2 minutes. Once your sugars and butters are well mixed and are looking light and fluffy, now we're gonna add in our 2 tablespoons of bourbon and 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. Then beat that baby till it's well combined. While you have your mixer on low, you're going to beat in each individual egg. Let it beat in for about 15 seconds before adding the next egg. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 15 Mississippi. Ah! Oh God. Now that our eggs have been blended nicely into our batter, we are going to add in the flour little by little, folding it in until it looks nice and combined, blended. I still don't know how to say these words, but you know, I'm trying. Oh my God, I nearly had a heart attack. I could only find the 1/3 cup and I felt like this is the one I'd been using the whole time, and then I was like, oh no, I messed up this whole science of baking thing, but I think we're okay. I think we're good. Let's proceed. So we're just gonna nicely fold in the flour like so. And I'm just going to continue doing this with little by little so that I can make sure that it is nicely incorporated and I don't have any floury pits. because no one wants flour pits. Well, at least not like the white flour, maybe like actual flour people would like, but you know what I mean. My arm is starting to hurt so bad. Folding is a workout. Like, not just folding clothes, that's a pretty big workout too, but folding flour into dough is painful. When you're all done, your dough should look a little something like this, hopefully. I'm not actually totally sure, but this looks like the right consistency for cookie dough. Now that our dough is just about ready, we can add in our browned buttered pecans, as well as 12 ounces of chocolate. I decided to go with German chocolate and semi-sweet, and just a touch of milk chocolate to really give it some depth and complexity. But first we got to dice these babies up. This is my first time cutting chocolate like this. It's crazy. Gosh, it's so difficult. Oh my God, say something in the comments to make me angry, because I feel like this is the only way I can break through all this chocolate. I can only do so much. I can't make everything perfect. Some things gotta suck, right? Because that's how we learn. Now let's move on to this one. Throw in some of those choco chips. I really tried to salvage these by scraping off some of the ash. But when I did that, they kind of crumbled apart. So I'm really hoping that this cookie tastes delicious and not like burnt popcorn. But hey, chocolate covers a world of pain. And just fold that in. It says to bust out 2 baking sheets and line them with parchment paper. Then it says to form your cookie dough into a ball that's about 3 tablespoons big. I don't really know how big that is. I'm slightly winging it. It'd probably be good if you chilled these bad boys for a little bit. I don't have much time, so we are just going to go on ahead. I am also going to decorate the tops of these with additional chocolate chip cookies. No, with additional chocolate chips, just to kind of cover up some of our burnt pecans. I think we'll even add in a couple whole pecans, just to distract your eye from any burnt spots. We're going for beauty, not for taste at the moment, but hopefully they still taste delish. Here's our batch before the oven, and they only have to bake for 9 to 10 minutes, so let's throw them in. While we wait for those chocolate chip cookies to bake, let's continue with our Rugelach cookies. We're going to take 2 packages of raspberries mixed with half a cup of sugar, lemon juice, and half a teaspoon of cinnamon. We're going to bring that to a boil over medium-high heat, stir it occasionally, reduce that puppy, let it, do its thing for about 15-18 minutes, and then we're going to mash up the berries, take it off the heat, let it cool, thicken that bit. This is a lot. I would definitely say that doing this without filming would be a lot easier, but I want to take you guys on this journey, so let's get heating. I really hope there's not a difference between lemon and lime, because all I have is lime juice. Alright, so let's start by putting our berries on the hot pan. Half a cup of sugar, lemon juice, and then our cinnamon. And like I said, just let that baby heat up, do its thing, crush it, reduce the heat, let it chill for about 15-18 minutes. And then by then our cookies, our chocolate ones, should be done. Oh shoot, chalky chips. Wow, they are actually pretty beautiful. I don't know if they're actually completely done, but they've spread out. They look pretty good, so I'm just gonna let them chill. With our chocolate chips out of the oven and cooling on a wire rack, and our filling for the Rugelach nearly done, we are going to take some sanding sugar, which I had to Google what the heck is sanding sugar. It's basically just decorative. I picked gold because I thought that'd be really pretty with the contrast of the red and the green from the pistachios. 1 tablespoon of this and 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon, and mix that together in a small little bowl and save it for later. We're going to use that to brush the top of our cookies. Let's return back to this fill, hoping to dear heavens I haven't burnt it. Oof, I have not. It should start thickening up and looking crazy. We're going to take this bad boy off the heat. Now while we wait for our raspberry filling to cool down, we are going to begin unshelling some pistachios. You're going to want just about half a cup's worth, and then we're going to finely dice those so they should look a little something like this.
There were too many people in my house to record this last bit, so initiating voiceover Marissa. You're going to take that chilled dough and on a lightly floured surface with a lightly floured rolling pin or Pam spray, you know, whatever you got lying around, roll the dough out to a thin 12-inch disc, like so. From there, with a knife or, you know, a pizza cutter, whatever works best for you, you are going to cut that dough into 16 pieces, trying to make them as even as possible. Once that is nicely sliced, you can grab your raspberry reduction and begin evenly distributing them. After which you will grab your pistachios and spread those out. Once each slice is covered with your raspberry and pistachios, you can roll them up similar to a croissant. I find it best to lay them out in opposite directions and lay it and spread it from there. Lay them out on 2 separate baking sheets. Give them a little egg wash using only 1 egg. And that will help for when we go to sprinkle on our sugar sand and sugar sand, and that'll help our sugar sand and cinnamon stick when you go to sprinkle them on the top. Once they've all been nicely dusted, put them into the oven at 350 for about 30 minutes or until golden brown. They should hopefully come out looking a little something like this. And our bourbon pecan chocolate chip cookies came out amazing as well.
I am honestly pretty impressed with myself. I was a little overwhelmed at some points in this recipe, but mainly just from the hustle and bustle of everything else I had going on today. But all in all, these recipes weren't that difficult. I really think that I'm going to give them a try without filming, because maybe then I can concentrate just a little bit more and perfect it and not burn the pecans this time. I already shared some of these with my boyfriend and brother, and they gave it a 10 out of 10, so definitely would recommend these recipes. They are great to give away as gifts. If you want to try this recipe, down below in the description I have added the links to the recipe. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and be sure to subscribe. Let me know down in the comments some of your special holiday treats. And who knows, maybe I'll give them a try. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next Wednesday. Bye!